Hello, and thank you for joining Urban Disrupt, your address for social innovation. Today, we are happy to have Oded with us, CEO and co-founder of Sesame Enable. Sesame Enable were able to create a touch-free smartphone for people with disabilities. Hi, Oded, and thank you for joining us.
Hi, Avia. Thank you.
So tell us briefly about Sesame Enable inception and how did you start the company? Because we are sitting here in your house, the place that you started everything. So how did the idea started?
Sesame Enable started around 3 years ago. I was presenting a gesture technology controlled game on TV, and I got a phone call the day after. The guy on the phone said, "Hello, my name is Giora. I can't move my hands or legs. Could you make me a smartphone I could use?" What happened is Giora saw the technology and connected the dots. He realized how much potential the technology has for people like him.
And you mentioned Giora, your partner. There is a key phrase that you guys keep on using, designed by and for people with disabilities. Can you expand on that?
My partner is a quadriplegic, Giora. He fell off a ladder 9 years ago. And he's the one that really came up with the idea. I mean, I had the technology and he had the understanding of the problem, obviously, and seeing the perfect fit there. He's super involved in the process. Every time we developed something, we got back to him, made sure it answers his needs. What can we make better? How can we improve? And it still is an iterative process with Giora, and today it's more and more people, test users. So really, people with disabilities were in it from the get-go, and it's obviously for people with disabilities.
And what were some of the challenges that you were facing at the beginning stage, and how did you overcome those challenges?
Developing for special needs has many challenges. Within special needs community, every person has special needs of his own. Even if they both have the same condition, they will differ in their ability to move their head or their posture or many other things. After we met so many people and saw such diversity, we started adding many customization features to the app. You can control the sensitivity, whether you have large head movements or very, very small and stiff head movements. There's options how fast the cursor moves, how you control it, and really make sure that it's wide enough to answer the biggest number of people.
Is that a competitive market? Are there any main competitors out there?
So there has been work done in the accessibility space, but I wouldn't say it's a competitive market. People often shun away from it because they consider it to be a niche market. You can't really make a profit. So many people that come close to this field are usually turned away by investors, by people with money telling them it's not worth our time. So in that sense, we're pretty unique in that we're focusing on the disabled market. And just to prove, so solutions like us have been are available for PCs, but nothing exists for smartphones. And smartphones are with us for almost over 10 years now. For a person sitting at home, paralyzed, locked in himself, to be able to reach out through that smartphone to the entire world it's just absurd that need wasn't answered.
So can you show us how the phone works?
Of course, I have it right here. So the phone would be mounted in front of the user, and to open it, he would just say, "Open Sesame." And you see how it opens up. So now it's looking for a face, and once it locks on, you can control the mouse cursor by head movements.
What are some of the main functions that the phone is able to do?
So our technology takes control over the entire operating system. We really wanted to make sure the entire phone is accessible for people who need it. So you can use the basic functions like a phone call or text message, but you can actually download any app you want and use that hands-free. We've had children play Angry Birds and Candy Crush for the first time in their lives through this technology. It was quite a moving moment.
Amazing. And is this really accessible? What is the charge for a phone like that?
We tried to make the Sesame phone super affordable. We met too many people with special needs that said, there's this or that solution that could change my life, but I can't afford it. And it's really absurd because obviously the need is so high. So we kept it down to $700, which is even below some of the iPhones out there. And with this with assistive technology, many cases, people charge a very high price just because that's, you learn in school, if you have a small market, a niche market, you need to price high. That's what we were brought up on. We decided not to follow that route, make it affordable. We believe that if we do something right, everything will sort out itself eventually. I mean, the money will come in, we'll become sustainable. We're also not looking to make like billions of dollars just to keep the company running. So we're affordable, and I believe we're sustainable as well.
Also, a couple of weeks ago, the phone has released to the market. What are some of the first reactions to the product?
We're getting tremendous responses. People have told us, we've been waiting for this for 15 years. I mean, it's a smartphone, but if you think about it, even a telephone wasn't accessible for them. So they're really waiting a long time for this phone. We've had people tell us, my brother's now chatting to all his friends all the time. One of our first users downloaded a game that his entire class plays, and now he's playing with them online. It's really, I mean, every day that goes by, you get these huge, like a back queen, you get support, you get really like validation that you're doing the right thing.
So I'm sure delivering one of these phones personally to someone with a heart disability is extremely emotional and fulfilling. What was the most memorable and emotional moment that you had while you actually took the phone and handed it to someone personally? Do you remember a moment like that?
Yeah, definitely. One of our test users, and actually the first to actually receive the complete Sesame phone, was a 9-year-old kid. He's been paralyzed since age 1.5, which is very unfortunate, but obviously we're there to help him and make his life better. And when we gave him the phone, we told him, do this or that, go call someone or do something else, and he directly went to Angry Birds. That's what he wanted to do. And kids are kids. They see Angry Birds, they rush at it. And at the first couple attempts, he didn't succeed to get the bird to fly enough to hit the pigs. He wasn't pulling right. In Angry Birds, you pull a slingshot. So he was pulling it like backwards or upwards, so the bird crashed into the ground. And then a huge realization came over me that he's never held a slingshot. He doesn't even know trajectory. He hasn't thrown a ball. He doesn't understand that you pull down to go up. And I told him, it goes like this, and then it goes up, and he got his bird and his pig, and he went on to completing like tens of levels on his own. That was a very wow moment for me. It went on that I spoke to his therapist, and I didn't look at what he was doing. When I came back, I saw him already in the App Store trying to purchase more birds on his own, because there was like a special power bird something. And to me it was amazing that I wasn't looking, and he on himself, I haven't even explained to him how you purchase birds. He just went on and found his way. It was a very big moment for us.
Before we conclude, where do you see the company going in the next 10 years? And also, are you currently working on other products that are similar?
The plans for Sesame is to expand its reach into the disability market, to provide more solutions through technology. Just like this case, we brought a technology that was sort of existed already. We just targeted it at the right people. And I think you can do that again and again with many other problems. I can't divulge exactly what we're doing, but we're looking at other platforms. We're talking to major carriers and phone manufacturers to make this more streamlined, to really reach the tens of millions of people this could help all around the world.
Thank you again, Oded. That has been wonderful. And thank you for joining us on Urban Disrupt, your address for social innovation. See you next time.